All right. Hey, everyone. Today, I am very happy to have David Huang on the channel with me today, and we are going to learn all about moving from the Bay Area to Atlanta. Now, I have to tell everybody, I have never been to Atlanta. I don't know anything about Atlanta beyond what I've learned on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But David is an expert on Atlanta, and he really loves living there, and his enthusiasm for the area, I think, is very infectious. So, David, thank you so much for joining me on the call today. What's going on in Atlanta?
Hey Seb and everybody, and I really appreciate the opportunity for me to present Atlanta in a way. So like you said, my background, I was in engineering, as we discussed before, and I kind of moved around from Taipei to New York City and settled in Atlanta since 2008. And I really enjoy working and living here because it's kind of have that metro city feel, but also blending with Southern hospitality. So actually, along the presentation today, we're gonna talk about it. You're gonna see we actually offer more than people expected, and not only on the job side, but also the food, education, and living quality. So hopefully your audience will find this helpful.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna have to assume that, like me, most of the people who are watching this from the Bay Area don't really know very much about Atlanta. So so imagine that we really need to know everything. And so, could we start with like an overview of like the region? Can you show us like here's Atlanta
Yes.
and like here's what's around Atlanta and the freeways, and just give us an overview, like where's the airport and all that stuff?
Totally. So I prepared a small presentation. Hopefully, can I share my screen with you?
You should be able to. Is there a share button somewhere?
Let me try
At the
this.
bottom, there's like an icon with a
Screen.
arrow.
Yeah, let me do this. All right.
Very good, very good.
Can you see my screen?
I can see it perfectly. Yep.
Is it like a presentation for you?
Yeah, yeah, it looks great.
Okay. So, so this, I guess at this meeting was trying to help your clients basically, if they are considering moving from Bay Area to Atlanta. And so, first of all, I want to show you, allow me. This is where the Bay Area is, right? So let's move to Atlanta. Atlanta is actually on the East Coast, and um, we are right between Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, and North Carolina. So a lot of people actually travel between. Like we have like transfer in between these couple of states. So we've seen a lot of people come and go, but mainly in the past couple of years, we've been seeing people moving into Atlanta. And probably what's gonna interest you is a lot of people actually engineering background, they move into Atlanta as well. In my personal, like the past couple years of experience. And we also have medical professional moving to Atlanta for the hospitals.
So, just quick question: how far from Atlanta to the coast? Like, if you want to go to the beach, how
Good
long does it take to
question.
get there?
So my family and I, we actually go to Destin, and we're gonna show you that as well. Like if you go down to in between Florida and Alabama,
Uh-huh.
and here's an area called Destin, which is about
Yeah.
4 to 6 hours in between, depends on how fast you drive. For me, I drive slow. We stop by somewhere, so it takes us about 5 hour and 30 minutes. And the water coast is they call it Emerald Coast for a reason. The water is like clear green, and it's white sand, so it's definitely a must go if you're living in the area.
Yeah,
And
so
then
I've heard that the
also,
beaches there are phenomenal. Yeah, they are white sand. Is that Destin, Florida? Is that where that is, or is that
yeah,
Destin
that's in
El
Florida. And
Destin,
then if you
Florida?
have family, you want to go to Orlando, which is about 7 to 8 hours drive usually, or you can take a flight, which is less than, I think it's about an hour flight.
Yeah, so basically we're talking like from the Bay Area to LA and the Bay Area to like San Diego. San Diego is like
Yeah,
7 to 8 hours and like LA is like 5 to 6 hours or maybe seven
yeah,
depending on
totally.
traffic. So yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
equivalent. Okay, well that
And
helps us
then
understand the
some people
scale.
also prefer to go on to the East Coast, to Savannah, Charleston area, which is about 5 hours. But the ocean is very different. It's kind of like deep blue, slightly darker sands. But it's more for people who are looking for quieter environments. Typically, people go there.
Oh, so like Destin's like a party town. A lot of college kids there partying on
Um,
the beach, or
it's popular during the spring, but it's also very family friendly. I'll put it that way. Yeah, it's
okay.
very family friendly. So, and also here, Blue Ridge. People go to the Smoky Mountain. This whole area is Smoky Mountain. So people go to Blue Ridge. We have Compass have a luxury division in Blue Ridge, and they are doing pretty well in the past couple of years. So a lot of people moving from New York, looking for a second home, vacation home, and they also convert those house into like luxury short-term rental.
Wow,
And
so that's a big area. The Blue Ridge Mountains are that big? I mean, you just moved your mouse over a pretty large area. Are they
yeah,
really
this
that big?
whole thing is Great Smoky Mountain,
That's
and
massive.
Blue Ridge
Wow.
is right here. Yeah,
Oh, I had no idea. Okay, that's cool. The Smoky Mountains are that big, huh? Yeah, I've never
yeah.
been there.
So I think on Google they also show that actually Great Smoky Mountain is the most visited national park in the whole U.S.
Oh, no
So
way. Oh, wow.
yes,
All right. Well, listen, man. When I go to Atlanta, I'm gonna go to the Smoky Mountains. Then that sounds good.
yeah.
Why are they called the Smoky Mountains? Are they burning or what's? Why do they call it
Uh,
that?
I think during the nice day, like when you wake up during the morning, you will see those fog coming out from the
Uh-huh.
mountain, and that's
Right.
why it's kind
Okay.
of smoky. And then from
Okay.
far away, you can kind of see the kind of bluish. So that's why Blue Ridge is probably
Oh,
how they
I
call it.
see.
I
Okay.
that's my personal
Okay. Well, that makes
translation.
sense,
Yeah,
though. That does make sense.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's about 1 hour away from Atlanta, so very close and very popular for people from Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on one second because we say 1 hour away. One thing I do know about Atlanta is the traffic is a nightmare there. So, like, is it really an hour or is it like 2 hours
Uh,
from like downtown
uh,
Atlanta, downtown to Smoky to Blue Ridge? How long does that take?
I'll say about an hour and 30 minutes with traffic.
No, that's not too bad.
Yeah, not
That's
too bad.
reasonable.
And
Yeah.
and this is comparing to like Los Angeles. I think we're still doing slightly better.
Still slightly better than LA. Well, the Bay Area, I mean,
Yeah.
I think our traffic has gotten better since COVID. I don't think it's as bad as it was. I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as it was, but it's still bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not,
so I
not a
guess
picnic.
you probably not too bad for you guys, but for some people they are living like Tennessee, maybe this is horrible. So
Right, sure. Okay. All right.
and
Well, that's
so
that's terrific.
overall, and also a fun fact is we are the number six largest metro in the whole U.S.
Oh, that
And
is a fun
population
fact.
wise, yeah, so we have about a little bit over 6 million people in the whole metro area, and in the city itself. So what we call city is, if you can see, we have this like a highway 285, and in between this they call it's kind of like a loop. So within this area, it's a little bit over 500,000 people,
Oh,
and
okay.
and the medium age is somewhere around like 34, 35 years old in Atlanta. So we're fairly young. A lot of young professionals live here too. So
Okay. Hey, what's the weather like right now in Atlanta? Like what's it like
oh,
outside? Like right now it's late where you are, I guess. It's because it's 6 o'clock here, which means it's what 8, 9 o'clock there. What
nine
time zone are
o'clock
you
here.
in?
Yeah, so we have three
9 o'clock.
hours ahead of you.
So it's nine
We
o'clock
could
at
be
night. What's
tricky.
the temperature outside? It's August. Is it 90 degrees
Right
outside?
now, 72 degree.
Oh, that's pleasant. Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
ideal.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Was
we
today a
actually
hot
seeing
day?
slightly. Yeah, hot day could be like a little bit over 100 degree.
Yeah. Is that is that is
But
that very common or no?
I would say couple days a year we can see that.
Okay. That's like it
And
is
but
here.
during the
It gets that
summer,
hot here.
usually about 85 to 92 in between
Right. Oh,
in the
that's not
summer.
bad. But it's humid though, right? Like it's like you go outside, you
Yeah,
start sweating a lot, right?
yeah. And I lived in Houston area before, and I feel this is actually more pleasant than in Houston because the weather. We do have four season, and even though it's kind of humid, but it's not as humid in Houston area for some reason. And so I would say typically it's pretty like enjoyable when you're walking outside, and
Okay.
so you can get to see like four season. Sometime even within a day, like this morning it's about 58 degree for some reason,
Oh, wow.
and in the afternoon it's about 85. So
Oh, yeah, that's pleasant. Perfect. Okay. All
yeah,
right. Okay,
yeah.
good to know. Sorry to get sidetracked there, but we always want to
No,
know
no,
about the
it's
weather.
cool. Yep, that's good. And then, so want to talk about a couple major business headquarters in Atlanta as a glance. So we had Coca-Cola, Delta, Mercedes-Benz moved here a couple years back, and Chick-fil-A. Do you have Chick-fil-A in Bay Area?
We do have Chick-fil-A, yes, but not on
Ooh.
Sundays.
Oh, yes, that's true. because I think they are Christian based. So
Yes, that's right. No Chick-fil-A
yeah,
on Sunday for you.
yep. But people love Chick-fil-A in the South because their service and their fried chicken. So
Well, I must say they
and
are very nice at Chick-fil-A. I'm not a big Chick-fil-A fan, but my kids love it for some reason.
yeah, all the kids love it. So and we have Microsoft in the Midtown, also Google Office in the Midtown as well. And we have Polshot at the airport area. And what's fun is that you can actually book events there, get to experience their driving. So they will be a professional, um, racer. They will give you a ride and do a drifting,
Oh,
which is
cool.
pretty fun.
Oh, have you done that?
Yeah, yeah, I done it once. It
Well, that
was
sounds good.
faster than I expected.
Well,
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
so I
I'd be down
couldn't
for
quite
that.
remember what's going on.
Right. So is this Porsche, they don't manufacture there, do they? Or do they manufacture? Like Mercedes-Benz, I think, does
That part I
manufacture there, right?
wasn't sure. I think I can look into that, but I think they have a big office and they try to bring people there for experience. So they have
Right.
a racetrack.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Okay, that sounds fun.
And Home Depot is here, headquartered here, and then also Cox Enterprise. They are big with the communication. And I heard from
Communications,
a
right.
friend, yeah, they have about over 20,000 employees. So it's pretty big company.
Wow, that is a
And
big
then
company.
UPS. Yeah, so those
Yeah.
are all
So
headquartered. I mean, the UPS also headquartered here. Yeah.
I know UPS is so UPS actually is based there because Mercedes-Benz is based in Dusseldorf or whatever, Stuttgart, right? Porsche also, but Microsoft Seattle. But actually, Delta, Coca-Cola, Chick-fil-A, Home Depot, and UPS, those are all that's headquarters. That's where
Right, right. And
Atlanta
this
and
too,
Cox.
actually, it's kind of like a North America headquarter. So, yeah,
Oh, okay.
head
All right, North
office.
American
Yeah,
headquarters. Okay, cool. All right.
cool. And also, we had a couple very nice university that people tend to kind of they have really good reputation in a way. So like Georgia Tech, I think most people know that. Last time I checked, it was like number 4 engineering school in the U.S. And Emory is pretty well known for the healthcare. So they have hospital throughout the Atlanta areas too. So a lot of graduate they might try to go to their residency and then find a doctor like a medical career develop in the hospital. They are also very well known for the law and business. And then we have Georgia State and also UGA. So UGA seem to be very, very popular in Georgia, and they have a very large alumni network. So I think it's great for the kids to grow up here and have that network and help them to grow their career and build their life in Georgia. So
Right on. Okay.
okay. And then for transportation, we have the Atlanta airport, which is the largest and I mean the most busiest airport in the
Yeah.
whole
Now there
world.
I've been. I've been to Atlanta, the airport. I've been there. I don't know how many times. 10 times maybe. I mean, I've transferred there quite a few times. Yeah, big ass airport.
Right, right. We have I think like from terminal T, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, maybe G, but I think last time when I went there it was F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. F is like an international airport dedicated to uh overseas. So it's pretty big and people like it and hate it. So it depends. But personally I like it a lot, but just have to go there 3 hours ahead. That's all.
Yeah. No, it's big. Right. Yeah, it's big. So you had Port of Savannah. So that's
Yeah.
obviously on the coast, right? Is there any
Yeah.
rivers in Atlanta?
I think there was Chattahoochee River. I'm not sure if that one goes to the ports. But a lot of my past clients, they actually have business, they have warehouses, and they will, do the import. They go through the custom in Savannah, and then either they have the truck driving all those containers to Atlanta, or they might put them on the train, and the train would take them over to Atlanta area. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so
Terrific.
it's
All right.
pretty big port. I guess like it's the main hub in the southeast area. So
All
and
right.
also Savannah, I heard there was a not I heard, but I went there. I driving by one time. Like there was actually a Hyundai manufacturer nearby in the Pula area. So we've seen some growing in population over there as well.
All right.
And then we have MARTA. MARTA is kind of like light rail subway system in Atlanta. It's kind of convenient, but not to the same degree as New York. So I would still kind of think New York has better subway system. but it's convenient enough. So a lot of my friends, like if they work in the city, they do take MARTA. Yeah.
Okay.
And we have some major highways like Highway 285 that we show around the city, 75, 85, and 20. And I'll show in the map. Let me see if I can go back. So here, as you can see, this is Highway 285 surrounding the Atlanta area like a loop. And then Highway 20 from west to east. And then you have 85 go from northeast to southwest. And then you have 75 from the other direction. And so sometime when we go to Florida, you can choose either 85 or 75. Depends on where you want to go. Yeah. So pretty convenient. And also, this is what I heard from somebody who is interested in history. They say Atlanta was actually built, before it was a city. It was just like it's kind of like a hub for train tracks. And then people started to build business and houses around it, and it became a city. And that was kind of like the beginning of Atlanta. So,
oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of your viewers probably want to know why you want to move to Atlanta and what's the reason. So I would say typically we have lower cost of living. It's more affordable. Houses are bigger. And we have a strong job market, growing tech environments, and it's very business friendly in the States, and somewhat tax friendly for the business. So, and also we're kind of like in the South, so you definitely have a better hospitality in a way. That's what we're proud of. So, and they do have some good school too. So I would say people really enjoy, once they come to Atlanta, they start their family, they do enjoy that. So it's a little bit hard until the kids move out. Then they might consider move to Florida, maybe.
Right. What are property taxes like in Atlanta? Because like in California, our property taxes not really go up very much after you buy a house. But like, does it go like they reassess you every year or?
Right. We do the similar thing, but I think every county has different calculation. But this is what I've been telling my clients, somewhere around roughly 1.12%. So in Atlanta, our average price is somewhere around like 400,000 above as a median price, and typically your property tax is somewhere around like $5,000 to $6,000.
$5,000 to $6,000, but it could go up. So if you own it 20 years, in 20 years it could be, what, $10,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
If our price keep going up and the government still need more funding, either doing the infrastructure or supporting the school system, then those will go up.
Right.
We actually see quite a jump in the past 2 years because, I guess it's kind of inflated now. So the house price, the property tax, everything is going up. So.
Right. So have prices in Atlanta gone up a lot? Like, because like here in the Bay Area, like prices have not really gone up very much in the last couple of years, right? And in some neighborhoods they've gone down. So are prices still going up in Atlanta, or what's that like?
We have seen some slowing down this year, to be honestly. Like, during pandemic, the price can go up to almost like double.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but since last year, we had kind of flattened out.
Right.
And
okay.
the house on the market has become longer. So, for example, like same area, maybe I can sell the same house for between like 3 to 7 days last year. Now I might have to put it on the market for 2 to 3 months. So we're seeing some slightly increase in the inventory. And currently you're looking at 4.5 months in Atlanta.
Oh my goodness. So, okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Thanks.
And so housing market, we are more affordable than Silicon Valley usually in the Bay Area. And median price is somewhere around 400,000. I think when I did the research, I think in Bay Area it's about 1.3 million above. So that's kind of give you some perspective.
Well, that's the whole Bay Area, but like in Silicon Valley, it's 1.8 million and above.
Ooh,
well, 1.8 million is the
higher.
median, I should say. Yeah, in Silicon Valley, it's 1.8 million currently, median single family price. So
that's almost like 4 times, 5 times.
It's 4.5 times. Yeah, it's quite a bit more expensive here for sure. But
so
I think that a lot of people who would want to move to Atlanta would not be, they would want to. I mean, 400,000, they would probably want to pay more than that. I would imagine they'd probably be pretty comfortable paying twice that. That would seem to them. Like I imagine for 800 grand, you get a pretty nice place in Atlanta if the median is 400.
Yeah, it's more than decent. So.
That's what we like to hear. More than decent. Okay.
And I'll show you a couple example at the end. So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
pick
Please do. Yeah.
a few property that way. We can show the viewers so they can kind of get an idea.
Sure.
And
Perfect.
then so we have lower costs on property tax, utilities, groceries, and childcare. So that's you get better quality of life per dollar you spend.
Oh yeah,
So
well that's one thing about the Bay Area is man, it is like it's extremely expensive. Everything's extremely expensive. I was just in Baltimore last weekend, and I mean things were probably like just ordinary things were probably 40% cheaper. Just like everything seemed like gas and like a sandwich and like a Coca-Cola or whatever. Everything was a lot cheaper there for sure.
yeah, one thing I love about Bay Area would be I think on top of besides the weather is perfect usually. I will say the environment. I think it's good for startup for sure because you have all those network. But once you are considering like, hey, maybe you're starting a family, you're thinking about downsizing or moving to somewhere giving you more value. I think a lot of people are now considering Atlanta until they find out from friends or family, and they're actually very surprised at what we can offer here. So, um,
Well, part of the thing is like, okay, so let's say you get a job in the Bay Area and, you're new out of school or whatever. Yeah, you might get like 125, 150 grand, right? Like starting pay. That's nothing. You can't even really get a decent condo for that, right?
right.
So, I mean, and maybe you would get only like 100,000 for that same job in Atlanta, but if you're making 100,000 in Atlanta, you can probably have a pretty decent quality of life there on 100 grand a year.
Yep, yep. And so think about like $100,000 your starting job, but then your house price is somewhere around like 400, $500,000. That is more affordable for you. So
Yeah, way more affordable. Yeah, for sure.
and you get
Way more.
yards, right? Two
Yeah,
story, two car
exactly. You get all
garage.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the American dream. Yes.
yeah. Yeah. And houses are typically newer here. So
Right.
I
And
don't know
houses are typically
about
very
your
old here.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I know. I
old.
talked to
Yeah.
my friend in New York. When I tell them, hey, a lot of time my client they are looking for a house that is slightly newer. When we saw like a 30 years old house, we think it's kind of old and it's
Oh
less
yeah, no.
favorable. But in New York, they think 30 years pretty new. So
Yeah, we think
according
it's
to my
new.
friends,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty new, for sure.
yeah. So and then there are a couple like area I'm gonna talk about as well. So we're gonna give you some overview about according to my personal experience. A lot of my friends or like clients they are moving from out of state. This is the area they're gonna choose. So including Buckhead, Johns Creek, Alpharetta. Those are very popular in my
Okay, I've
past
heard
client
those names
circle.
before, so yeah, I'd be curious to see what those look like.
Yeah, and I kind of highlight them here. So uh, this is Atlanta, right? So Buckhead is right here. You got Sandy Spring, Dunwoody, Roswell, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, and Swanee. So those have been my personally. I don't think everybody has the same issue, but at least for me, most of my clients are moving to those areas. Yeah.
So, does the MRTA go up there, or is that you need to
So
drive?
Marta only go up to within this 285 circle.
Okay,
Well, I think actually Alpharetta does have a Marta station, I believe.
okay,
But very few people probably take that in my friend circle. That's why I'm not familiar with that.
yeah,
And
they
I
all
drive
take the
my car
car.
everywhere in Atlanta.
Sure,
So
everyone does. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Who wants to move to
And so
Atlanta to take the light rail anyway, right? Nobody, right?
yeah. It's actually pretty decent though. When
I'm
I
sure
took
it's
it
good,
once and
but
it's very nice and clean. So
it's car culture, right? Everyone wants to sit in their
yeah.
Tesla with the AC on and
Exactly.
autopilot.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but you have no traffic when you take subway. I mean the Marta. So
Yes, yeah, of course.
yeah, and so Atlanta is a home like for fast growing tech company. I mean tech environment too. So we have Atlanta Tech Village in Buckhead area around here, and Microsoft and Google they are in the Midtown area. So and then where I was working before, I worked for a company called Schneider Electric, and that's in Alpharetta. So I noticed a lot of like IT also around the Alpharetta area as well. And and we don't have. I'll say this. I don't know about Bay Area, but for people who are 65 plus, they do have some tax benefit. Like tax exclusion from the income tax in Georgia.
Oh no. Oh
So
wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, and we had lower corporate and personal tax burden than California. So it's kind of lower operation cost for a lot of business as well. Yeah. And Atlanta Airport, let me show you where that is. It's around here next to Delta Airline. If I can find it here. So you can see we got several terminals. So terminal A, B, C, D, E, F. And I heard it's still growing. So
Yeah, so that's South Atlanta, so that means to get to Alpharetta from the airport might take you a while.
yeah. So from the north, I'll say from Alpharetta, probably in a good day, 40 minutes. And with traffic, maybe about an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, still manageable. And then let's see, and from Atlanta Airport, right? Since we are pretty big hub for the airlines, and it's easy to get to Europe as well. So I know a lot of my friend circle, when they have summer break with kids, they tend to go to like Germany, France, Italy. So it's pretty popular in Atlanta as well.
Right, a lot of direct
flights. It takes about like 8 to 12 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me personally, I'm kind of jealous about people living in Bay Area, from going from Bay Area to Asia, because it takes them much less time than I do. Every time I go back to Taiwan, it's about 12 hours. 24 hours with layover. So
Yeah, right. Well, that's true. We do have direct flights to Taipei.
Yeah.
And plenty of them. EVA Airways. Love EVA Airways.
EVA and China Airline, and also there's a new one coming out. I think it's called Loxt. Is that
No, I don't know about
is that correct?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't
I'll
know.
send you the link, but check that one out next time when you travel to Asia. So
All right. Well, the first time I went to Asia, it was on EVA Airlines, so I have a soft spot for EVA Airlines.
they have great service, right? So,
They do. It's fine. It's fabulous. I loved it. Yeah,
and good
for
food.
sure.
Very good food.
Yeah, good food.
So,
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And also, the restaurants in the Taipei airport, very good. I had one of my favorite bowl of noodles ever was in the Taipei airport.
in a lounge, right?
I don't know. It's been a while. I don't think it was in a lounge. I think it was just in a store right there on the, right outside the gate or whatever. I went there like 3 times, I think, because I've been through
wow.
Taipei a few times, but just to the airport. I've never been outside the airport.
Got it. Next time, let me send you some itinerary.
Okay. All right. Well, I hear Taipei.
We should
Taipei's
travel
great,
together. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm down. I'd love to. Yeah, anytime.
And so a lot of good schools in Atlanta as well. So I'm gonna talk when we talk about those communities. I'm gonna give you some example about those ratings. So next we're gonna talk about where to move in Atlanta. So there are a couple popular options in my past client circle. So you got Buckhead, Sandy Spring, Dunwoody, Roswell, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, and Swanee, right? Let's talk about Buckhead.
Yes. Let's talk about Buckhead. I want to learn about Buckhead.
Let's see this again. So Buckhead is kind of in the heart of Atlanta. So this whole area is called Buckhead. It's kind of big area too.
It is big. Why is it called Buckhead? Any idea? Because they killed
sure.
a deer there or something?
That's actually that came through my thought. But you know what? Since you asked, let me try this. The naming of Buckhead, Atlanta. Let's see what they come up with. Named after Hunter Henry Irby. Posting from the general store back in 1800. So you're kind of right on.
Huh. Oh, there you go.
So
Okay.
I guess it's a landmark. So people started to call the area Buckhead.
Okay. Well, it's a big
Cool.
area. I didn't know it was so big. It's massive.
Yeah, it's growing. Where this, and then, so in Buckhead, there are a couple popular area, including a historic center. You got Chesting Park. A lot of people go there actually, and then you have natural preserve. So what I'm talking about here is actually most of the city we're gonna mention today. They all have the park and preserve somewhat, but Buckhead also have this like fixed plaza. It's kind of like a high-end luxury shopping mall. So a lot of people go there for the name brands. And then you have shows in Bucket Theater and a lot of fine dining. This is just one example for Tomo restaurant, but a lot of fine dining are kind of like gathering in Bucket area. And you do have several hospital and clinic. So it's pretty convenient. You need everything, you can find it here.
So how long does it take to drive from like that area there to like Home Depot headquarters or Chick-fil-A headquarters? Is it
I would
close?
say very close. About 15 minutes in a good
Oh,
day. Yeah.
that's not bad.
About
Yeah,
30
okay.
minutes in the traffic, I would say.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, and Bucket is usually like a very upscale. When we think about Bucket kind of gives us a vibe of upscale. And it's like a commercial, residential, all combined together, located in the north, like a northernmost portion of Atlanta, right? And it's about one-fifth of the whole Atlanta city.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's pretty
Wow,
large
that's
as we
huge. I
can
didn't know it
see.
was so big. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that
And
Buckhead
then
was trying to secede from Atlanta. Is that true? Or did I not get that correct?
I think that might be true. I just never heard that before, but I think it's true. Yeah. And the
Yeah, I
current
heard that.
population is a little bit over 100,000 people in
Okay.
Buckhead. Yeah.
All right.
And then we have a couple, well-known private school. And this is in my friend circle. When they live in Buckhead, they tend to send the kids to the private school. And so you got Westminster, Atlanta International School, and Lovett. Those are pretty popular and well-known. And the rating that's actually coming from the website called
Oh
niche.com.
yeah, I know niche. Sure.
Yeah. And then these are a couple examples that I found in the area. So this is more affordable in a way. Let's take a look. So for $800,000, you can get about 2,500 square feet, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, and it's like a southern charm, but inside it's kind of like a southern modern style with a backyard. And I don't know how much this will cost in the Bay Area. So, and
Yeah, so
then
so you see how there's that picture of me on there? Like, do you see like there's a riverside window? Can you minimize that because you're blocking kind of some of the screen?
oh,
Is there?
sorry.
Yeah,
How
there you
about
go.
now?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, that's great. Okay. And so can you do the pictures again? Let me take another look at those pictures.
sure. Let me
They
do
make it
this
full size window.
like
Yeah,
that.
there we go. Okay, yeah, take us through that again. So this house is how
So,
big?
this is about 2,400 square feet, four
Okay, and how
bedroom.
how how old is this house?
Oh, let's take a look again. This is built in. What's it again?
I think it's somewhere
1980.
19. Okay, so 45 years old. Okay, so show us the house again. But it's been
Yeah,
remodeled.
yeah, being remodeled.
Yeah,
So you got
okay.
hardwood, quotes, kind of like a double oven
And so this is in Buckhead.
in Buckhead. Yep.
Wow,
So
okay.
Buckhead, you got a lot of. It's kind of interesting. Like with you driving through the community, you will see the old houses like Southern Charm like this, and you will see some very like ultra modern houses as well. And
Okay.
those are pretty popular in West Coast, I heard. So
In Southern California, they are. That's not so much here in the Bay Area, but
oh
um, that looks like a nice house. That's look
yeah,
very nice. And so, how much is this house? You said this house is seven hundred
this
thousand
one's
dollars,
a little bit over
seven
700,000,
ninety.
so less than $1 million you can get.
So here's the other question. So like, what was a sale to list price ratio? It sold above or below list price?
Right now we're seeing about 5% off in a way,
Okay,
5 to
but this
10% now.
but this one says that this house right here, it says what it did, right, in the upper
Yeah,
left
so it
corner,
listed for 875
and it sold for seven
and
ninety.
sold for seven. Well, actually, it sold for 950.
I think it says
Oh,
seven
that was
ninety.
like 3 years ago. 3 years
Oh,
ago,
that's
that's
3 years
kind of like a
ago.
different
Oh, so it was
market.
a little
Yeah,
Okay, that sold for a
yeah,
million bucks. Okay, all right.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
still,
less
it's
than
a
a
nice
million dollars.
house, and so
Yeah,
Buckhead is one of the nicest neighborhoods, but it's not the nicest neighborhood, right? But it's one of the nicer parts.
yeah. When people think about it, it's a lot of white collar people living there. So
Okay, all right. Well, that looks
and
great.
then so for the $2 million, this is pretty popular in Bucket area.
$2 million here,
So
huh?
Yeah, so you can see it's about almost 6,000 square feet, 5 bedroom, six bathroom, and the asking price was 2.19, and then it was sold for 2.2. So it's almost like the asking price. And that's a front. So some modern feature. I think this house is being renovated as well, maybe.
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah. So this type of interior is actually very popular in Atlanta right now.
Yeah. So how many square feet is that house?
About 6,000.
Yeah. So there's almost no 6,000 square foot houses in the Bay Area. There's almost, I mean, there's some obviously, but there's almost none. I don't know anybody who has a 6,000 square foot house. That would be monster size for here. Yeah.
Right. And here, that's a newer style. You can see. So it's on the market for 10 days. It's almost 7,000 square feet. Listed for 5 million and sold for 5 million last year. So it's very recent, and it's almost new. So this is more like a modern style.
Oh wow.
Currently happening in Atlanta now. Look at that.
Oh wow.
With a
Pretty
pool.
fancy.
Yep. We love fancy. So for 5 million, this is what you can buy in Atlanta, in
Right.
the Bucket area. Yeah.
All right. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's
And
gorgeous.
with the unfinished basement
Right.
and a pool.
And a pool, of course. Of
Yeah.
course, gotta have the pool.
So that's Bucket. And then we're gonna move up a little from, I don't even remember that loop. So from Bucket, if you move to the edge of the loop, that's a Sandy Spring and Dunwoody. Let me show you that again. Oops, where's my, here. So we were at Bucket, right? And now we're moving to Sandy Spring. So it's kind of north of Bucket. So Sandy Spring is right here, and Dunwoody is next to it. So sometimes people call Sandy Spring and Dunwoody the same thing, right?
Okay.
But it's kind of, one is on the west, one is on the east. But we kind of look at that as the same area. So
Okay.
and
So
for
is
the
all this like, is it mountainous or is it mostly like flat or is it
flats,
rolling
it's
hills
mostly
or?
flats. But we have a lot of hills though.
Okay.
So in Sandy Spring, you can see houses actually on a hill. So that's why you see some basement houses.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Because they
got
had
it.
to be on
Okay.
the hill. Yeah. And so you got, same thing. You got museum, you got park, performing art center, natural center, skate park. That's the one I haven't been to though.
Okay.
And they have this Pyramid Mall, which is also very popular. And they have a lot of, good restaurants as well, like including like Fogo de Chao, and several
Love
others.
Fogo de Chao. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
And a hospital and clinic center as well.
Okay.
And so for the school, those are public school. So a lot of my friends, they live there, they send the kids to public school. And you can see the rating, they are pretty high. This rating are from the grayschool.org. So
Okay.
similar to niche. Yeah.
Right.
And then those are the houses you can get. So one is like below $1 million. Let's see what they are.
That's new construction.
New construction, yeah. And so they're still, I
Still
can't
being
really
built.
see the finished
That's how
product
new
yet,
it
but
is.
yeah, but that's like 2 years ago, right? So
So how big is that house?
it doesn't show, but by the picture, I would say over 3,000 square feet
Yeah, it's a good size house. Yeah, that's a
with
nice
with
looking
a nice
house.
size of lots. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Brand new, huh?
Yep. And then for less than 2 million, this is what you can get with the gates, your private gates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of new construction, I mean, is there a lot of new, like, do you work with a lot of new construction? I mean, are you,
Yes. So for like a below $1 million, we have a lot of builders here, like including D.R. Horton, Lennar, Providence, Toll Brothers, all those builders.
they're
They are
all
building
there,
around
huh?
Atlanta. Yeah, all here. And
Oh, cool.
for the $2 million houses in Buckhead or Sandy Spring, I see a lot of custom build builders. And also there are a couple like country clubhouse, like a golf country clubhouse community. They are mostly custom build builders.
Okay.
Yeah, and even
That's a,
those, we don't have that many new lanes, new lots, but I do see new construction going on in those communities as well. Yeah.
right. Well, this house right here is calling to me. Tell me about this house right here. This looks fabulous.
So this one is about 7,700 square feet.
Oh, nice.
You got 5 bedroom, 6 bathroom, and then two half baths. So, and it's only 1.9 million. I
Wow.
think for 1.9 in the Bay Area, you get a medium size, right? So,
Man, you get like 2,500 square feet house maybe.
oh
Yeah.
my God, it's like one third
Old,
almost.
old house too, by the way. Yeah, not
Yep.
new. Yeah.
So, oh, before I go further, let's see what's the year of this house. So this one was built 1998. So I think it's renovated.
Renovated already. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen. Like no one renovates a house in the Bay Area that's, only,
Oh, really?
well, hard. It's just so expensive, right? I mean, like especially a house that big, I mean, like it's
Yep.
they would just let it go for, 50 years probably. Not always, but
Oh my
well,
God.
it's so expensive, right? To renovate a seven, there are no 7,000. I mean, there's a few, but I mean that would cost you, 3 or $4 million to renovate it in the Bay
Probably,
Area,
yeah.
a house
That's
like that,
crazy.
you know?
Yeah, I think it's more manageable here. So it's a kids' room, and when you're older, maybe you have kids have family, they bring their kids back, and you have a
Oh
room
my
for
God,
them. You
look
have
at that.
basement. Yeah, look at
Crazy.
that. A bar,
It's
movie
like lifestyles
theater,
of the rich and shameless right here. Oh my God.
wine cellar, gym, and porch, and your swimming pool. So
Wow, that's nice.
yeah.
I'm beginning to see the appeal.
So I'm gonna talk to you privately. I'll move you here as well.
Okay, well, maybe in a few
And
years, you never know.
yeah, and then this is the one I personally went there and took a video on my Instagram. This is actually used to be listed by the Met Dole, a very famous Met Dole in our company. They list a lot of beautiful houses. So this is one of them. $5 million. I mean $8.5 million. Sorry. Look at that. And here's a very interesting feature. I don't know if you can see, but this is a bookshelf, right? You can actually open that, walk into the master bathroom.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a hidden door. So I feel like Harry Potter here. And you
So
have the second
I
balcony.
went, I saw a house like a week or two ago, and it had a hidden door like that, and I recorded
Uh-huh.
it. And I made it a YouTube video and a TikTok. It was my most popular video ever. Just like 30 seconds showing like a hidden door. So, that's if you want some content gold, hidden doors is where it's at.
Man, I know this one would definitely be on top of that. So
That's a beautiful house. But that's eight and a
right.
half
And
million dollars right there, huh? But that's
yeah,
gorgeous, man.
but
That
and
that
this
really
one is
is.
16,000 square feet.
Oh my
Crazy.
God.
It's a monster house. Yeah.
Yeah. Whew, that's
But
beautiful.
everything is brand new. I went there, it's moving ready, and you got your own tennis court, basketball court, and your swimming pool, and maybe Papa here. So,
Wow, that's amazing. That
and
this
this
is this
area
is
is
a
actually very.
this is the nicest house that anyone's showed me on any of these relocation videos I've done. This thing is truly palatial.
Yeah,
This
I
is
have family
palatial.
member living. I would say 2 minutes away. The houses there are similar sizes. Crazy, crazy big.
Wow, so
Yeah,
nice. That's gorgeous. I
yeah.
would, I mean, yeah, if I had $8.5 million,
You
I
wouldn't
could
mind,
live
right?
there.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
sure.
that. The door open.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah, very nice. But the property tax on that would be like what? I mean, you're paying like 85 grand a year
Yep, this
or
one
100
could
grand.
be. Yep. So let's take a look. There's a place I can check on that. Text. Where is it again? We can look at here. So I think they pay $22,000 in 2023, but I'll imagine now it's higher than that. So I would say
Well, that's
maybe
probably that's
about,
that's probably the land before they built it or whatever,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. So I would say maybe about five, like 50,000 maybe. But we can double check on that later.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's a beautiful house. That is
yeah.
truly an amazing structure. Yeah. Now, when you buy a house like that, does it come with the furniture or no? The furniture
Typically,
is
yeah,
it
typically we
does.
negotiate that in the deal.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah,
And,
because
and
it's
those furniture, actually, I know they are probably like designer brand,
oh yeah, yeah,
like a
custom made.
Chanel
It's yeah, it's
or
probably hundreds
Gucci,
of
stuff like
thousands.
that.
Yeah, yeah, hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands of dollars for the furniture for sure. Yeah.
yeah. And then, oops, sorry, trying to click on the wrong one here. So now let's move up to Roswell. And Roswell is actually known for its like a river next to the river, so it's very popular for people to walk on the river walk. They have trails. They also have very famous streets. And then, right next to the street, you got a whole bunch of restaurants, and people go there during the, I guess like after work during the weekends, and a lot of people from the neighborhood they actually drive their golf cart to the restaurant.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so it's very very nice and cool, and it's been very popular. I think there was one. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. Oh, I forgot to mention about the population, but Roswell somewhat around like a 90,000 people above, so
Well, that's a
90,000
kind of yeah,
resident.
good
Yeah,
size, but not very big.
yeah. So they have a lot of natural beauty and modern amenities in the area. Um, those are the high school, still very good rating
Oh,
though.
wow, nice. Yeah. Well, those
Yeah,
are attractive looking facilities, that's for sure.
yeah. So those are public school, and then here's the houses what you can get for less than $1 million. So this one, 3,500 square feet, listed for 875, sold for 870. So not too bad, and it's this year actually. So it's still pretty modern, but this is more like a traditional layout. And I have seen a lot of house like this in like in my client searches. And that's the second floor with master bedroom, master bathroom, guest rooms.
Yeah. So that's a pretty nice house. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's nice too is that like around here when you have new construction, typically if there is any new construction, the lot is really small. And
right.
these lots look like big, way bigger than your average lot in the Bay Area.
And so I think like people would really enjoy that. I have so long time ago when I started my full time real estate career, right? I have one client. So I was trying to move the camera. She moved from Shanghai and to one of the country club. And so when I went to look at the house trying to help her to sell, it was over 9,000 square feet. And she told me she sold a condo in Shanghai, a small condo, used that money to buy in a country clubhouse with cash. And she bought into that 9,000, over 9,000 square feet property. She fell in love with it and got so excited.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
Yeah. So just some perspective, like sometimes I have to kind of remind myself how lucky we are, to live here in the South. And so this one is close to $2 million in Roswell. And this is a newer construction. And you can see that's also sold, by Compass Agent. And this team actually deal a lot of new construction in the area. So from the Bucket area to the Alpharetta area, they have built a lot of new constructions. And this one is about 4,700 square feet, 6 bedroom. It's a new construction, so it's more modern looking. 3-car garage. Beautiful, beautiful finish.
That is beautiful. That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Now, quick question. How about the bugs, right? So one thing we hear is a lot of like b mosquitoes and like gnats
Oh,
and like biting flies. That patio did not look screened in to me. So is that like screened in patios are not a thing there, or are they screened? I'm not
um,
seeing the screens.
I would say 50-50. I would say a lot of people actually try to, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's like a mobile, like electric shades. They can go up and
Uh-huh.
down. I've
Right.
seen a lot of those happen in those like $1 million homes.
Right.
Uh, I do have a screen porch because I didn't have that before. When I was doing barbecue, I'm trying to fight with the flies and mosquitoes.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so there
so we do
there
have a
are
lot of
bugs
bugs.
there. But the
Yeah,
bugs are
we do
not
have a
year
lot of
round,
bugs.
right? They're only certain times of the year, or are they year
Summer,
round?
mostly summer.
Mostly summertime. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from fall to winter, usually we don't see that many bugs.
Right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like I would say like a couple weeks ago, we see a lot of mosquito and flies. But if you
Right.
treat a yard, typically they will get less. You'll get less bugs. So,
Okay. Oh, good to know.
but if you go to like the lake, for example, if you go to here, Lake Lanier for
Uh-huh.
camping, people tend to bring lots of bug spray.
Yeah. We also don't have
You
bugs
know,
in
this is
California, really. It's basically a bug-free zone for the most part.
yeah. I heard that. So that's one thing that when people move from West Coast, they try to get used to is the bugs. And
Right.
here, this is actually one of the main artificial lake.
Oh,
It's huge, and it's one of the most visited lake area in Atlanta as well. So a lot of lake house around there. People go there for boating, jet skiing. It's very popular during the summer,
okay, cool.
and it's only about like 30 minutes to an hour away from the downtown area.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is that like a reservoir essentially for
Yeah.
Atlanta? Is that where the water comes from? Yeah.
Yeah, so if you look somewhere here, there's actually a Buford Dam
Oh, cool. All right.
right here.
Oh,
And
nice.
they have park here. Let me see if I can do a 3D. Look at that.
Oh, very love the technology, huh?
And
That's
so
cool.
this is a road I used to drive a lot during the fall because, with all the colors, it's really beautiful here.
Right. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine.
And then for a higher end, for 4.5 million, this one it's about 1,500 square feet.
No, 15,000 square feet, not
Oh yeah,
1,500.
sorry, 15,000, correct. That'll be too expensive.
1,500 is
And
Bay
so
Area
asking
size.
5 million, yeah, asking 5 million, sold for 4.5, so it's not bad. You can
So
see
that's an older
gated.
house, huh? That's not new construction. That's
Yeah,
kind of older.
this one it's built in 2006, so about 20 years.
20 years old. Huh? Not too old.
Yeah, yeah. But this one I only have one photo, so I can't really show much with you.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
still. Looks like a castle though, kind of.
yeah, it is. And it's let me see if I can see the property tax on this one. Oh, there's the HOA. So about 2,500 per year. That's not bad. Oh,
That's
tax
not
here
bad.
2,400, 24,000 per year.
24,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's not bad. Yeah,
No. Yeah. So that's
they
that's less
they
than 1%.
probably also have some kind of like tech exam, I think, because usually for the price I think will be higher. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Roswell, and then Alpharetta. Alpharetta is actually one of my most favorite city personally because when I moved here to Atlanta, I used to work there for a couple of years, and my wife also worked there. So we love Atlanta, and back then there was no Avalon. So this is actually a very famous, well-known mixed-use development. Happened about 2014, so about 10 years ago. And back then there are a whole bunch of like lanes or older ranches, nothing special. But then developer came in and built this Avalon mixed use area, and everything started to go crazy around there. So I remember back then when I just talked about the project in 2014, maybe a property could be somewhere around like a 400,000, and you can buy the houses right next to Avalon. Uh, Now those houses probably more than 1.2 million now. Yeah,
Wow, crazy.
yeah. And then this amphitheater, I personally haven't been there, but I know Backstreet Boys. They actually went there for a concert last year, I
Oh,
heard.
wow, cool. So top name acts come there.
Yeah, yeah. I just came back from Vegas. I don't know if you saw my video
No, I
to
didn't
the
see you were in
Sphere.
Vegas, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, who did you see in the Sphere?
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's cool.
So I'm a fan, but not like a super fan or anything. But the Sphere, you definitely have to check it out. The
I went
visual
there. Yeah,
effect.
I saw Dead and Company play there. Yeah.
Oh
So
wow,
I went
it's
there last
phenomenal.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And this one, Big Creek Greenway, it's also very popular in the area. I think it's about 16 miles last time I checked. So biking, you can do biking, walking. And for me and my family, when we did biking there, I think it's about, I would say about 40 minutes round trip, something like that. So it's pretty good riding. There are many, many parks, but this is just one of them. And then a lot of bakery, cafe, fine dining as well, a lot of newer restaurants happening in the area. And they have this one, North Atlanta Primary Care. They've been expanding in the North Atlanta area. So, and I believe they also have something called a hospital system called Northside Hospital, and it's one of the largest and well-known hospital system in Atlanta as well.
Okay.
So that's all in Alpharetta, and there's also a hospital called Wellstar. That's only about less than 10 years old, I think.
How big is Alpharetta? How many people live there?
A little bit over 68,000 people.
Oh, okay. Not that
Yeah.
big. All right.
So it's kind of like a blending the suburban living with the dynamic of business landscape. So like I said, I used to work there for an engineering company, and I noticed there are a lot of IT company in the area as well. And there's also
Okay.
AT&T, UPS, like global chain supply. They all have office there, like campus, not just office, a campus there. So
Okay, cool.
and then these are a couple high school in the area, and rating are also very good. So let's look at a couple houses for less than $1 million. This one is about 5,600 square feet. And it happened in 2019, so it's been a while. So I would imagine now price might be slightly higher, but just as a reference, this is what you can get back then. So this is a very traditional Southern home.
Wow, that's nice.
Yep. And a high ceiling in the living room. You got 2 stairways going to the upstairs, master bedroom, kids room. This is probably basement now. No, it's upper level. Yeah. And this is the basement with a kitchenette. So,
So these are daylight basements, as we call. So that's built on a slope, right?
yep, yep. So this is what it looks like. Yep.
Okay.
Pretty cool. And sometimes it's actually a slope on the side, so you might have a door coming out from the side instead of the back. So,
Okay.
and for this one, oh, for the $2 million, that's also a new construction. Also with Mike, this is their beautiful home, a new construction home. So it's a 5-bedroom, 4,500 square feet, 2-story, 3-car garage. And you can see it's a little bit more modern and
Oh, I love
trendy.
the light in there. That has great sunlight coming in there, nice and
Gorgeous
bright.
sunlight, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of
totally.
windows and sliding doors.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the backyard.
But no Gucci furniture with that one, huh?
No, maybe not yet. Oh, so this one is sold, so definitely not.
Okay.
So I think for some area like this, like it's been popular for the past couple of years. Depends. Like if they're on the market for a little while, they might do staging, but sometimes the product speaks for itself, right? So when you walk
Yeah.
into the house, you already feel like, oh man, I love this house with it, like you said, lighting, the feature. So
Right.
you don't really have to do too much, and it will sell. Yeah.
Right.
And then if you go to the east from Alpharetta, you start to move to the east. Johns Creek is also very diversified community, a city, I should call it city. So interesting about Johns Creek is that it used to be, let me show you the map. So if you look at Johns Creek, it's actually right next to Alpharetta and also Duluth. So a huge part of Johns Creek actually belonged to Alpharetta and Duluth before, and because it's growing, and I think economically it's growing as well, so they just have their own city. So Johns Creek is probably somewhat newer in the area, but it's been growing fast. A lot of family moving here, a lot of white collar family. What else? Oh, there are several famous country clubhouse here too. Community. So there's a country clubhouse south. That's one of the oldest, and it has St. Ive. And then on the top here, around here, Swan, in between Swanee and Johns Creek, you have Lambert. So those tend to be very popular golf communities.
Okay.
And I know a lot of my, doctor friends, they all live in those communities.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they have parks, art center, a lot of restaurants, good restaurants, and a hospital, Emory Hospital, Northside Hospital. So, and you see the school rating. I think a lot of, family moved there just for the schools. So they are ranked maybe like a top, I don't know, maybe top 10 to top 50 in the whole Georgia. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
yeah. And for less than $1 million, this is a traditional southern home, almost 6,000 square feet. And this is like 2 years ago, sold for $1 million. So what the data I pulled is probably a couple years back, 2020. Yeah, but
Oh,
right now
wow.
it's about $1 million on the market.
For 6,000 square feet. Wow,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
and you got a garage and a detached garage. So that's unusual for this type. Nice yard, traditional interior. Oh, that's a virtual staging. Sometimes we do that. So this one has a, let's see, from the front. If I can show, so it's a stair in the back. I thought there's one stair in the front as well. You can see like a high ceiling, so a lot of lighting, natural lighting.
Yeah, that's beautiful too.
So we start to see people, they might buy into more traditional and they do some remodeling and bring some more modern feature, make it like a modern farmhouse feel. A lot of rooms and basement.
Love the virtual staging.
Yeah. Is it popular in Bay Area to do virtual or?
It's not very popular. It happens sometimes. I've done it before, but it's cool. I mean, it looks good.
So you do actual like a physical staging mostly?
Personally, I don't encourage people to stage their houses, yeah, 'cause I don't really believe that staging actually sells houses
Okay.
faster for higher money. But a lot of people do believe that. I don't want to fight with anybody about it. If you want to stage your house, and I'm okay with it, but
Got it.
sometimes I compromise by saying, okay, let's just virtually stage it, and if that's the compromise we make, then that's fine. But I believe that price and location and negotiation sells houses. That's what I believe. But I'm a
Got it.
odd duck.
Got it. I think for me, it's kind of depends. Like you said, sometimes product and the price will speak for itself, right? But then there are several houses that I stage actually sell way faster than the neighbors. So,
Well, there
so
you go.
it's just hard to say. Yeah. And this one actually is a newer community in Johns Creek. So it's built by Providence Group. I don't know if you have Providence Group in
Nope, never heard of them.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to Toll Brothers in a way. It's a master plan community, so they have basketball court. They had tennis court, a huge swimming pool, and a gym, and a clubhouse in the whole community. They are still building though. Right now they are still building, so it's been years. And this one is about 4,700 square feet. So it was sold for 1.35, and within 3 days. Just happened a couple months ago.
Wow.
And I was telling Denise, like, hey, let me take a look next day. And she told me, oh, sorry, it's on the contract. When I found out it was on the market, just like that. So
boom.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. 3-car garage, 2-story. Oh, the kitchen. It's a pretty large kitchen. Yeah,
nice
lighting.
house.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, how much was this one?
This one is 1.35.
1.35. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have several friends and tenants family that live in this community. So my kids go there to play with them a lot.
Oh, cool.
Look at that. So
yeah.
And then for even higher prices, 3.79. So this one is
back in
in
Alpharetta.
the country club outside.
This is back in Alpharetta. Oh, because you said Alpharetta and Johns Creek used to be the same. So is this like one of those areas that
but it's actually Johns Creek. So
it's actually Johns Creek, but it's an Alpharetta like address. Okay.
Yeah. So I think people sometimes call it Alpharetta in the old time, but now if you ask people who live here, they will say, "Oh yeah, we live in Johns Creek."
Right. Well, that looks nice. That looks like a beautiful house.
Yeah, it's 3.79, 13,000 square feet. Massive.
That's crazy. Yeah, we don't have. I mean, like the billionaires have houses like that in California, or multi.
And then there's a Chattahoochee River next to it too. So
that's the Chattahoochee
gorgeous.
River, huh?
Yeah,
I've heard about the Chattahoochee River.
The famous Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
The detail. So this one is more traditional, and because Country Club LaSalle is one of the oldest golf community in the area, so.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Very beloved, yeah. And the pool. So this is slightly older feature.
Yeah, that's old. That has not been redone yet.
Yeah, but I know like in this community, the size of this, right? If you redo everything, make it like a modern, the price will go above 5 probably. 5 million.
Okay, right.
Basement.
Yeah, the Bay Area, you consider that to be move-in ready, basically. Most people. Well, I mean, not really, but I think people would deal with it, for the most part.
Right.
For that kind of money, sure.
So yeah, so it's very private. I think people move to the community for the privacy. So.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then that's the clubhouse, right? They had tennis court, pickleball court, clubhouse, restaurants.
Gotcha.
And they have amazing fireworks during July 4th. I was invited by a friend to kind of join them, participate in the firework party. Amazing. I think it lasts for like 20 minutes or something like that. Really
wow.
Big firework event.
That's a big fireworks, yeah.
Yep. Then Swanee. Swanee is newer. So I think when people start to feel the pressure of the price in Johns Creek, that's when they start to look somewhere else, right? And then Swanee has become popular because of that reason. And it's actually ranked #1 most livable city, I think back in 2018.
Oh, wow.
So, and they had the town center, the city hall is right next to it. They are hosting a lot of events during the summer. They have food trucks, movies, kids play around. So, and I'll show you one picture later that they just expanded the whole town center. It's amazing. It's very futuristic. They have Greenway, a lot of restaurant, and okay. So also very diversified city. So you see a lot of different cuisine in the area too. Like this one, German Toast is brunch place, but it has a little bit Asian twist in it.
Okay.
And they have Northside Hospital. And the school rating are also pretty good. No Gwinnett, Picture Ridge. This one has dropped a little, but I would say a couple of years back it was ranked number like a 9 out of 10. But you know,
Oh
like
wow.
sometimes they fluctuate a little. And the near was newer, so I believe it started with 6 before. Now it's a 7 or 8 in between. And it's a newer high school from what I know. So, and North Carolina has been very competitive in academically or sport wise. And the house, so this one, this actually was one of my clients that I sold for them last year. So it's fairly new. It's less than 5 years old. So it's a kind of like a southern charm. So first level, you know, it's kind of open. Everything is new, moving ready. 2-car garage, and upstairs you got a master bedroom plus 3 bedroom.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, and the this client actually moved from Seattle, and they just moved to Japan. So this is the picture of that expansion of the park. And the community actually is just right next to it. So, and I think this one was just open late last year, so fairly new. And the town center is on the other side of the street, right there. And this is the town center. So during the week, like they host a lot of events like a beer fest, a Swanee fest, art fest, and all that. So very crowded during the weekend. Okay. And for the mid price, I mean the entry level luxury, you can get 1.4 million, about 65,000 square feet. So slightly bigger. Unfortunately, only one picture.
Uh-huh. Still 6,500 square feet for 1.4. Yeah, it's pretty
Huge, right?
reasonable.
And this one, 3.4. So this is one of the country clubhouse, like a golf community in the area. It's newer. I think it's houses there typically less than maybe 15 years. So it's a newer community. This one is about 8,500 square feet. 6 bedroom. But you can see the design is newer style.
Wow, that's incredible.
Gorgeous, right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's high ceiling. So pretty much you have everything in one house.
Wow, that is nice.
And the gym, they even have spa room. Like sometimes they have sauna. So, and
Wow.
that's a
That's the
clubhouse.
clubhouse, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
they have restaurants. Pretty good food there too,
So,
and shops.
so there's an HOA fee that you have to pay to live in that place, or what does
Yeah,
that
I
look
think
like?
it's somewhere around like a $2,000 per. Um, let me look into. I don't
Well,
want
a
to give you
lot
the
of
wrong
times there's
info
like an
because some.
HOA fee for the actual just the HOA, but then to join the country club, you have to pay you to
Yeah,
buy in for
additional. I think for
50,000 or
golfing. Yeah, golfing you had to pay additional. So
right.
this one, I guess like $6,000 per year, just regular HOA. And then if you want to join the membership, you can do that. I would say it's somewhere around like $20,000 per year.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a lot of
Yeah,
amenities there, and yeah.
yeah.
But hey, if you have that kind of money, then that's pretty reasonable.
That's not an issue for them.
Yeah, not an issue. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we briefly talked about Florida, like Destin. That's a true color, not Photoshop. And
Wow.
Blue Ridge could look like that during the fall. So
Oh, wow.
very
Beautiful. And
pretty.
this is the famous 30A in Florida I keep on hearing about, huh? So
Yep.
30A is that not by Destin? Where is 30A?
They are kind of right next to each other. So if I show you Google Earth, so let's go to Destin. So I think Highway 30A is somewhere around here, Seaside. So
Uh-huh.
this
Okay, so
is, yeah,
just down the road along the coast has the
yeah,
famous 30A.
around here.
What does 30A mean?
It's actually Highway 38.
Oh, they just call it Highway 30A, huh?
Yeah, let me see
Okay.
if I can find that. I think it's this highway. It's called 30A.
Got it. Okay.
And it's a very, very cool community. You can see a lot of new builds. I think let me share some video footage with you later. You can probably post on this video,
Okay.
and they are ranging from like a 1.2 all the way up to like $25 million homes right in front of the
Wow.
beach. Yeah.
Wow.
So I went there to participate in our 38 events. A lot of good campus agent there showing us around with hospitality. Beautiful. Made me want to move there. If I make the
Yeah.
same money like you.
I keep on hearing all about it, right? I mean, like I hear 30A, seems like every day I'm hearing about 30A.
Yep. But Destin, also look at Destin too. I think in between, everywhere you go, it's going to be beautiful. So,
And so this is just like you say, like 5.5 hours away from Atlanta.
yep. And let's see if I can make it 3D somehow. If I zoom in. And
Cool.
because this is kind of like satellite, right? But if you go there, the water is super clear, very beautiful. And the sands are
Wow.
white, so white sand, and very soft. So,
Yeah, white sand. That's the stuff.
yeah.
Wow. Gorgeous.
So that's where we usually go for the weekends, or like a long weekend, or maybe even like a fall break. If you don't want to go to different country or different states, I think those are very popular. And then one thing I didn't touch about is if you go to the northeast side, I would say about 3-4 hours away from Atlanta, there's also a place called Gatlinburg and Pigeon Ridge in Tennessee. Those has been very popular winter destination. They have like almost like European town feel, and with gorgeous like Christmas lights decor. So during the
Okay.
winter, it's very popular. Yeah,
I've heard of Gatlinburg. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we offer a lot of like opportunity, affordability, and job opportunity. So and good schools and good food. Food scene are growing. So that's it.
And so this is how people can get a hold of you, and they can use their QR code, and that will take you to where? To your website or to your Compass profile, or where does that
To
QR
my
code take us?
contact. And so on my contact, you will see my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you moved my Riverside thing back on top of your your logo and stuff there. So okay, so that's the best way to get a hold of you, and or like, can people call you
Yeah, yeah. Please call me.
or text you, and they
Yeah.
can just get a hold of you? And so do you work with a lot of buyers, or do you work with mostly sellers, or like who's your ideal client?
I used to work with more buyers, but this year has changed a little. So I have more listing than buying throughout the year. But just so happened the past couple, I would say maybe 2 weeks, I've been getting calls from buyers recently. 'Cause we kind of slowing down since April. So from
Right.
April to about like late July, I don't have that many buyers. I still have buyers, but they're not, they don't have urgency. Suddenly, recently they start to call me say, "Hey, let's take a look."
It's the
So
interest rates are dropping. Maybe that's the reason why.
yeah, they
Okay.
hear
So
about it too.
so definitely, if anybody from the Bay Area is watching this and they want to work with a phenomenal agent like yourself, text you. That's the way to get a hold of you,
Yes,
and you
text,
take
call
them
me.
all around the greater Atlanta area. You're the guy for them. Is that's a
Yes,
story?
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Seb.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
likewise, if people want to move to Bay Area, you be the one.
Okay. All right. Well, most of the people who move to the Bay Area from like China and
Oh,
like,
really?
well, that's like overwhelmingly that's the people. I mean, China and India, right? I mean, like that's
Wow.
what I think most. I mean, and other places too, but we have far more international immigration into the Bay Area than domestic. I'm going to say it's 2 or 3 to 1 for every 2 or 3.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
international people. It's maybe one American person. So. But that's fine. That's great. That's what makes the Bay Area so awesome to a
So
large degree.
diversify.
So
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. Well, David, this has been phenomenal, man. And like, man, I feel like I got to come down to Atlanta and like check what the scene out down there. It looks truly
Yeah,
fantastic.
just come here for a weekend. Let me show you around, and then you get to see it firsthand. So
All right, I'll
maybe buy
check
your
some cheap
second home here.
flights. I'll get a cheap flight to Atlanta and
You can stay
come
with
out
me.
there.
You don't have to,
And
rent a hotel or anything. Just stay with me.
that'd be
Yeah,
fun. That'd be fun. All right.
yeah.
Well, David, thanks again so much, and I look forward to seeing you again in person someplace soon.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate you. Thank you.